Damn, bro. My 16-year streak of being single on Valentine's Day is still alive. And it probably isn't going to change anytime soon.
Why does nobody want me? I'm never gonna find love.
I know you probably clicked on this video expecting me to tell you why you're single, but actually it differs from person to person. For all I know, I could be single because I'm a solid 4 out of 10 looks wise, with an even worse personality, with a body built like a beanbag, and an overly inflated ego. Okay, that's probably why I'm single. But I want to let you know that I can't give you all the answers. But what I can do is give you some ideas in order for you to find that answer that you're so desperately searching for. Reason number 1. You have commitment issues. I know most of you probably want to get into a relationship, but can't fully commit to it. You see all these couples out here doing PDA, doing all those lovey-dovey things. You just get jealous sometimes. I mean, it's human nature to want to feel loved, and I think the majority of you watching this want to get into a relationship just to feel loved. Let's face it, commitment takes up a lot of time and it's very difficult, and especially if you're a busy person, be it with school or with work, which I mean most of you watching this are probably busy with that. It's going to be much more difficult for you to free up time for your significant other just because of how many things you have on your platter. I think it would just be downright unfair to your significant other if you could hardly make time for them. I mean, spending time with your partner is one of the most essential things that contribute to a healthy relationship. Honestly, massive respect to the couples out there because I'm single as fuck and my time management skills are shit. And to think that a couple has to balance their work life, school life, or whatever that they have with their personal life, going on dates, spending time with each other and all, is crazy. And maybe because of that, you're probably not in a relationship right now. Reason number 2. You're scared of heartbreak. Most of you aren't in a relationship right now because you have a fear of getting your heart broken. This might have stemmed from previous relationships and failed talking stages. Or maybe it's just you not knowing how you would take the heartbreak. Someone famous probably once said, the only pain that hurts more than physical pain is emotional pain. Getting your heart broken is actually one of the worst feelings you can ever experience, just because you were once so attached to that specific someone, but then all of a sudden, it's gone. I've never actually been in a relationship before. However, I have been in multiple talking stages, and I think there was one fatal mistake I made during all my talking stages, and that was me getting too attached. More often than not, in these so-called talking stages, I will get too attached by mistaking a girl's kindness with her having feelings for me. And the thing I did was to cut everyone off just to focus on us, because I thought there was a small glimmer of hope that I could turn the talking stage into something more. But I ended up getting played by realizing I was just a backup option in case she fucks up any of her first options that evidently wasn't me. Ever since then, I've developed trust issues and have become very perspicacious as a result, and I would often overthink due to my amazing analytical abilities. This is why I'm single. So I understand because of heartbreak, or rather the fear of it, why some of you are single. Art, Trace, you're spending your time working on yourself rather than settling for a relationship. Like what the world-renowned entrepreneur, kickboxer, and all-around top G, Emery Andrew Tate III once said, you have to work on yourself first, then go chase the significant other. Because where you're at right now, be it physically, mentally, emotionally, etc., just isn't quite there yet. This applies to me as well. I've basically decided that I'm not ready for a relationship because I haven't become that better version of myself yet. I'm overweight, a solid 4 out of 10 looks wise on a good day. My face is riddled with acne. Realistically, what girl would want to date me right now? Exactly, no one. That's why I'm single. However, I'm working towards being a better version of myself every day. And once I'm him, like literally him, I hope my chances of finding a significant other goes up. There's a famous saying that goes like this: if you spend your time chasing butterflies, they'll simply fly away. But if you spend your time building a beautiful garden, the butterflies will come to you. And if they don't, you'll still have a beautiful garden. So just improve on yourself first. Then the love will come to you eventually when you go and find it. Reason number 4. Maybe it's because you're scared. Maybe you're scared of shooting your shot. Maybe you're scared of rejection. Or maybe you're just a pussy in general. The thing I don't get is, how do you know you're going to get rejected without even asking? Like the great Michael Scott from Dunder Mifflin once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So just go shoot your shot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? The other person's just gonna say no. And for you, it's only up from here. You'll improve on your approach when talking to someone you like the next time. I mean, there are 2 outcomes that can happen. One, she becomes your wife and you guys live happily ever after. Or you get 3 months of gym motivation for you to get better. The thing is, right, rejection is a normal thing. People get rejected all the time. People get rejected from university, people get rejected from jobs. So I don't see what's the big deal about rejection. I mean, you just gotta bounce back next time, come back stronger. So yeah, just stop being a pussy and go talk to her. Reason number 5. You're just not in a good mental state right now. Real talk. How are you going to love someone else without loving yourself first? Mental health is probably the most important thing in our lives. And if you're not in a good mental state, you wouldn't thrive in your relationship. What do I mean by that? Not being in the right headspace will lead to you not communicating well with your significant other. And we all know communication is probably the most important thing in a relationship. And if you don't communicate properly, it will lead to arguments and fights, which will only make your mental health worse. Basically, getting into a relationship when you're not mentally healthy is just going to be a downward spiral for you. So if you're suffering, just go get some help. It will be the best for you. Only if you love yourself, then you can love others. Always remember, work strong and stay hard. Mwah. Bye bye.